Lazarra. Good morning.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me again.
You got your camouflage on already?
Yeah, my wife said it was my Gryffindor sweater, so I thought, why not wear it?
I love it.
Yeah.
So hunting coming up, right? It's people are in their deer camps doing their thing.
Yeah, my brother-in-law just left today to go up north, but there's a lot of hunting nearby too, and it's been going on. Well, I mean, there's a hunting season pretty much all year round, but deer season starts proper. I believe it's October 1st for bow. Maybe it's October 15th. I hunt in Illinois too, so the dates flip back and forth. But I've been hunting since mid-October, and then gun season starts, general firearms season starts November 15th to the 30th. So that's the big day a lot of people wait for.
Day after tomorrow.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big day.
A lot of people call in sick to work. I had some friends, I remember, even 5th, 6th grade missing school to go out hunting with their fathers and grandfathers.
I think that is a very respectable reason to miss a day of school for a child or for anybody. I don't encourage delinquency, but it's a big deal, I think, in a young person's upbringing when they get mentored in that field, and it's a wonderful bonding activity for families together. So,
Alan is a national expert on hunter safety. He's written articles in all the leading hunting magazines, and we were lucky to have him right here. And that's one of the things you've really had a concentration on, because in the ER, you see your share of hunter incidents.
Yeah, I think everybody's job. Everybody has difficult parts about their job, and somebody once told me you have to find a longitudinal string to kind of pull you through your career. And for me, that was blending my outdoor pursuits and then also, emergency medicine. So it's like Boy Scout type stuff.
Let's talk firearm injuries and safety.
Yes. Yeah. So. Firearm injuries are a big deal. They still occur, and we don't call them accidents. We call them negligent discharges, because we all learn firearm safety through hunter safety. Not everybody has to take hunter safety, only if you want to go hunting, but actually my son just completed hunter safety recently, and it was a very proud day. I was really excited. And the people that put it on were fantastic, but the basic rules, I said, you can't fail the test as long as you treat it like it's always loaded, and muzzle control, meaning you treat every firearm like it's loaded and you never point it at something that you don't want to kill. And those two large principles are what a lot of firearm safety is based on. Now, for the practicalities of what I deal with in emergency medicine, we encourage people to have their firearms locked up and the ammunition stored separately. In a big way, we have realized that if we can have firearms stored safely, that we can prevent suicides, because firearms are used in a large number of suicides every year in the United States. So I think it's also a great reminder that we need to have these things locked up. Whenever somebody comes in, from the emergency medicine perspective, whenever somebody comes in and they're depressed, suicidal, in a really rough spot, we always ask them, do you own firearms? And I preface it by saying, I don't want to take your firearm away. I just think that it should be out of the house if you're having a really hard time. And then family comes, takes it away. Police get involved sometimes and help take things away temporarily, because we all realize what a large responsibility it is to be a firearm owner, and we need to help people who are in a hard way. So.
A lot of hunting done from trees and tree stands, and that's another area where there's a lot of danger. Yeah,
actually, so hunters are more likely to be injured by falling out of a tree than by their own firearm or somebody else's firearm, about 2 to 3 times more likely. And I just looked last night. This is a bar graph put together from the National Electronic Injury Surveillance System. So if you ever wanted to know how many toasters are injuring people or car seats are malfunctioning, this is the website you could go to. You could search whatever product. It's really interesting. Everything from, I'm not kidding, washers and dryers to...
We'll be on that website the rest
It's
of
very
the day.
interesting, yeah. I mean, I don't have a computer background, but you can search that data set to find out that, since like 2004, like 50,000 people showed up in the emergency department because they were injured by avocados.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of people. Avocados are they should probably come with a warning label.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, they're hard to cut.
That's how people injure themselves.
Oh my
Nonetheless, the bar graph shows that it's still about 4,000 people estimated fall out of tree stands per year. And that's just the people that show up at EDs. That's not counting the people that fall and walk it off. So for 2022, it was about 4,000. For 2023, again, 4,000 people. And I think there probably was a dip in the mid-2000s because tree stands were popularized in the early 2000s. And then so people, of course, when a new technology comes out or a new item comes out, people use it. And then the safety stuff kind of lags behind. And then it dipped, and then now it's going back up because maybe we're getting more complacent, or maybe it's just how it leveled out. But a lot of people still falling.
You have a clip.
Yeah, we have a clip. Let's take a quick look.
Hi, my name's Dr. Alan Lazarra. I'm an emergency medicine physician, but I'm also a hunter. And today we're here to talk about tree stand safety. So number one rule about tree stand safety is always wear a full body harness. Tree stand harness is on every time. Just like you wear your seatbelt. You wouldn't drive a car without wearing your seatbelt. Don't go hunting without your safety harness. Number two, you always want to clip into your safety line and use a lineman's belt every time you leave the ground. The number one way people fall is usually climbing up or climbing down their stand because they're not clipped in or they're not wearing a harness. And number three, you always want to bring a signaling device like a whistle or a cell phone in case you get lost or hurt so you can signal for help, okay? Tree stand falls are a big deal. People commonly get spinal column fractures, lower leg fractures, pelvis fractures, big deals that require long stays in the hospital, recovery time, etc. You want to live and be able to be functional to hunt another day. From us here at Henry Ford Health, have a safe and successful hunting season. Thanks for listening.
I'm ready to go hunt now, I think.
It's the people, I need to thank Amy Prophet and David Buchanan for putting that video together. The editing and the music and stuff. He's like, I think you're really gonna like it. I'm like, yeah, I gotta send it to my parents. But
that's cool.
They did a great job, you know, and we thought that it would be a good idea to do it locally because, you know, there's so many people in this county that hunt, and it's nice to help promote local business and, you know, spread that safety message out there because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I wondered where we were going with that video when you started taking your clothes off.
Well, they don't pay me enough for that. But
so you've been out hunting. Well, have you had any luck?
I haven't. You know, I've seen a number of deer, and well, I take it back. My son Riker passed hunter safety, so we went deer/squirrel hunting, and we saw a deer, which was a really wonderful experience that walked by us for about 30 minutes, and then the squirrels are popping off. They're all over the place. So he actually killed his first squirrel, and so he said, we're making squirrel chicken nuggets.
Squirrel stew.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So he's into it. So it's very heartwarming for me.
Have you ever skinned a squirrel?
I have. It's difficult.
Worse than an avocado?
It's easier. It's easier in that regard, but he was like, can we keep all of the fur? Can I keep the whole pelt? And I'm like, Riker, buddy, it's 8 o'clock at night. Nobody's eating. And I'm like, I don't have the time to dissect this whole thing. Why don't we just keep the tail? So it's sitting in some borax in the garage, you know, like a powder.
He wanted the thing on the wall.
He said if we could keep he's like, can I keep the skull? Or like, I don't think it's salvageable anymore.
Oh man, I like this kid.
Yeah, he's.
How old is he?
He is 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, using a 22 and, you know, learning all the firearm safety stuff. But it's a hard bar to, if you don't hunt, getting into hunting is a hard thing to do because you don't know where to go, what to do, and having mentorship is a really important thing. So, as you evolve as a hunter, you know, the initial steps are I just want to be able to do it. Then it's like I want to get the big buck, and then after that it becomes I want to mentor somebody else, and that becomes the real joy in passing on that pastime.
Do you still want to go into hunting now?
Yeah, if Alan takes me.
Let me know where you're going, and I'll be happy to go out with you.
There you go. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Everyone's got a secret piece of property, don't they?
Sure. So you know, it's interesting. So we're blessed because Waterloo State Rec area is right by. It's the largest tract of public land in the Lower Peninsula. So you know, I've been hunting there a number of times and squirrel hunting predominantly, but that's a great resource that I think we should all really treasure and value. It's a wonderful thing to have nearby. You don't have to drive 4 hours to go take a walk in the woods, you know? So nature. Hunting in a lot of ways is about nature and conservation and giving us places that we can be, you know, not around cars, not around people. Yeah. And that's one of the things that draws me the most to it.
Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing all the information with us, and good luck in the tree stand here in a couple days.
If I could put one more plug in,
Sure.
if you know somebody that hunts, if anybody, a lot of people know people that hunt, please tell them to wear their safety harness and give them a reminder. If you're somebody's sister, mother, wife, or you're going out there too, remind them, because it's not fun seeing people really injure themselves when they're trying to do something fun. So.
Well, thanks for all your insight, and thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
From Henry Ford Jackson Emergency Services physician, Dr. Alan Lazarra. More of the morning show after this.